So my personal opinion, we're on Supercross right now. And honestly, beta 18, I feel like there's some W's in it. I feel like there are some W's. The first thing I saw that was a W was corrupted files. I think that's going to help your game not crash as much. I heard that was a thing. So if you have corrupted files, I would definitely recommend deleting those. The next thing I saw was... Next thing I noticed big time, honestly, is the delay in bike resets. I think that is going to be a major W. A major W. It's going to be a major W in, I would say, major W in racing and like series. Say aerial, far. That's going to be a major W. Right now, we're riding right now in a pub lobby on stream, and we have it set as a fixed race delay. And it's a 2-second delay. I think that's perfectly fine. It gives an opportunity for someone that's racing next to you or racing right behind you to go around you without having to hit your bike when you spawn in. So I think that's going to be a major W in the racing scene. The next thing I noticed is the terrain detail. The big thing I've noticed is it's not Minecrafty. Now, I don't think Daytona really got like Minecrafty, but it has changed. It looks a lot smoother. It looks a lot smoother, in my opinion. But we're gonna have to test out some more. We're on 1.5, I think, terrain. I think that's what it is. So not really big difference, but you can see right here, like, that's not really Minecrafty right there. I think the major terrain detail that you can notice is in the sand, like especially right there. Like before, that used to be super like choppy, and I think they finally were able to like smooth it out with this update. So that's pretty epic in my opinion. That's gonna help, I think, just in general for people trying to use terrain reformation, to be honest. So I'm excited for that. And then obviously you have the UI changes, you have the third person settings changes. I think that's gonna help out a lot for third person. I don't ride third person, but we might do like maybe a lobby where everybody has to ride third person and see what we can do. You can totally tell how the terrain is different. You can just feel it, to be honest. But third person is going to be huge. I think for people that ride third person, it's going to give them an ability to see the track a little bit better in the third person settings. And then what else? Slow speeds. That's going to be a major W once I figure out what's actually different with it, because it doesn't really feel any different, but supposedly that is different. And then fork simulation as well. Supposedly it's going to be better for when you case stuff. Maybe I felt a difference. I'm going to be honest, maybe I felt a difference, but I haven't really tested it, I guess you would say. It should be interesting. It should be real interesting, because I don't really know how much of a difference it's actually going to play a factor. I think the major things that are going to be playing a factor in this beta 18 update is just going to be the terrain as well as the bike delay. That was crazy. Okay. But yeah, so that's my major key takeaways from the first night of riding beta 18. Yo, Trey, what up? Whoa, hit the wall. Savage, what up? But yeah, those are my key takeaways. I really haven't done anything really different with like the settings or anything like that. I messed around in the YouTube video earlier that I posted about the third person settings. So if you guys wanted to check that out, go check that out. There's a little bit different settings where you can change like the height, like the distance and stuff like that, which I think will be cool. And then other things that are just kind of like miscellaneous. You have miscellaneous UI tasks that are being updated. So like the drop down menus and stuff like that. Also on the side of like building tracks and rendering stuff, that's all changed. But overall, I think the game until the OEMs drop, it's going to be kind of the same game, honestly. Yeah, we have the hype for beta 18, which we're all excited for, but I think it's just all going to come down to it's the same game until the physics maybe get updated a little bit, or the beta 18 bike, I keep saying beta 18 bikes, but the OEM bikes come out, then it's going to be different because all the bikes are going to be feeling different. So it should be interesting, just for sure. We're still going to get our videos out. This guy is swerving. That was crazy. We're still going to get our videos out. I think we might do like a terrain deformation video, because like it's really smooth. Like honestly, like the terrain is really smooth, which I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what we can do with that. So Those are my key takeaways. I got to admit, we got our boys in this lobby. We're racing, not racing. We're just in a pub lobby on stream. So we got our boys Peak and Liam right here. Just, I think, honestly, I know I said I didn't really feel much about the fork simulation, but I kind of feel it in the whoops more than anything, to be honest. I just totally destroyed Peak right there. But I kind of feel it in the whoops more than anything. So it should be interesting once we finally are able to actually understand what the difference is going to feel like. So, turning feels a little bit slower. I don't know if turning feels a little bit slower, Take. I noticed when I hopped on the 250 compared to the Husky that I was struggling turning a little bit. I struggled turning a little bit. I took out Liam there, but I was struggling turning. That could be also maybe the slow speed factor. Maybe the slow speed, because it kind of got updated with the slow speed lake simulation. That maybe it got a little bit slower to make it easier to turn, maybe. That could just be fucking up in the air and I'm just talking random shit out of my ass. But I feel like that might be something that's actually happened. I'm not gonna lie. After riding Beta 18 for a little bit, I got to admit, I'm excited for Supercross. Excited for everything involved with Supercross, all the tracks, all the bikes, and everything like that. You're good, Travis. You're good. But I think the major thing, honestly, for me in this update is going to be the delay and crashing. I think that's the major thing. I guess you can say terrain too, but I didn't really mind the terrain in the other beta, so I don't really know. But I think the most W thing in this whole thing is just the reset. I might get frustrated with it, and you guys might see that, but at the end of the day, I think it's just going to be better for racing altogether. So that's my major W of the whole update.